All right, so now we are going to go over problems 5 through 8. The perimeter of the equilateral triangle pictured below is 91 and 2/10 feet. Calculate the area. So remember, for area of a triangle, that's base times height divided by 2. Triangle, half of base times height, which also is base times height divided by 2. So in order to find the area of this triangle, we need to know, we have the height, but we need to know the length of the base. So the only information that we're given is that we know that the perimeter of this whole thing is 91 and 2/10 feet. Now it is an equilateral triangle, so that means that all sides are equal. So to find the perimeter, we added all 3 sides. We combined all 3 sides to get 91.2. So we should be able to undo that and separate them back out into 3 equal lengths, because we combined 3 lengths to get the perimeter, so we can separate them into 3 equal lengths. So we're going to take 91 and 2/10 and divide it by 3. 0, bring down my 1. So 3 into 12, 4 times. So each side is 30 and 4/10 feet. So now we know that the base is 30 and 4/10 and the height is 24. So now we can find the area. 30 and 4/10 times 24 divided by 2. So 30 and 4/10 times 24. Remember, when you're multiplying, you do not have to line up your decimal points. 8, 0. So we have one number behind our decimal point here. So in our answer, we need one number behind our decimal point. So 30 and 4/10 times 24 is 729 and 6/10, still divided by 2. Don't forget the divided by 2 with triangles. So now let's take 729 and 6/10 and divide it by 2. 2 into 7. 3 times 2 is 6. Subtract. 2 into 12 is 6. 2 into 9 is 4. Oh, forgot my decimal point. So 4 times 2 is 8. Subtract. Bring down my 6. So 2 goes into 16 8 times. So my area is 364 and 8/10 square feet. So area is always units squared because it's literally the number of squares that will fill the surface of a shape. So now we have to, so that was number 5. Pause and rewind if you need to. And let's go to number 6. It says use the ruler to measure the diameter of the circle and then calculate the circumference and area. So it looks like this diameter.
Ashley Cuellar, you're in the building. Your ride is here in the office. Ashley Cuellar, can you please come to the front office?
So it looks like the diameter is 6 centimeters. So now let's look for our circumference. Circumference is 2 pi r or pi times diameter. So circumference, I'm just going to use pi times diameter, though you can use 2 pi r. So 3.14 times the diameter times 6. So let's do 3.14 times 6. Remember, you do not have to line up your decimal points when you're multiplying. So our circumference is 18 and 84/100 centimeters, just centimeters. And doesn't that make sense? Because circumference is about 3 diameters, around 3 diameters. So 3 times 6 is 18, and our actual circumference is a little bit more than 18. All right, now let's find area. So go to your chart, area of a circle, pi r squared. Remember I said to write out pi times the radius times the radius. So we're going to write down 3.14 times what is our radius? That's half of the diameter. So that's going to be 3 centimeters. So times 3 times 3. And you can multiply in any way or any order that you want. So 3 times 3 is 9. So I'm just going to multiply 3.14 times 9. So 3.14 times 9 is 28 and 1600ths square centimeters. So, and now let's check that. Let's check that against our estimate. Remember, 3.14 radius squares. So around 3 radius squares. So if we were actually to take our radius and make it into a square, the area of that square, 3 by 3, that's 9. So around 3 of those is going to be about 27. 3 times 9 is 27. And that makes sense because our area is a little bit more than 27. So pause and rewind as much as you need to in order to understand that one. All right. 7. A rectangle's area is 48 square centimeters, or centimeters squared, and its perimeter is 28 centimeters. Which of the following could be the dimensions of the rectangle? So let's just draw out a rectangle. We know that the area is 48 centimeters squared, and the perimeter, in other words, when we add all of the side lengths together, we get 28 centimeters. This is centimeters squared. So what we're looking for is an area of 48 and a perimeter of 28. So let's check A. The length, if the length is 12 and the width is 4. So I'm just going to use this for my space right here. So let's say I have a rectangle here and the length is 12 and the width is 4. What would be the area? 12 times 4 is 48. Is that what we're looking for? Yes. Okay, what about the perimeter? The perimeter is going to be 12 plus 12 plus 4 plus 4. So 12 plus 12 plus 4 plus 4. So that's 24 plus 8. What is 24 plus 8? 32. Oh, that's not what we want. We want a perimeter of 28. So A is not our answer. All right, let's check B. So we have another rectangle here. The length is 16 and the width is 3. What is the area? 16 times 3 gives us the area, and that is 48 square centimeters. Is that what we're looking for? Yes. All right, well, let's check the perimeter. The perimeter is going to be 16 plus, this side is also 16 because it's a rectangle, plus 3 plus 3. So that's going to be 32 plus 6. And what is 32 plus 6? 38. Oh, we're looking for a perimeter of 28. So not 38, so it's not B. All right, let's check C. Let's say the length is 8 and the width is 6. 8 times 6 is 48. Oh, yes, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a perimeter, an area of 48. So let's check the perimeter. 8 plus, this is also 8, plus 6, plus this side is also 6. So 8 and 8 is 16 plus 12. And what is 16 plus 12? 28. Oh, that's what we want. So these dimensions, 8 by 6, give us an area of 48 and a perimeter of 28. I think C is the answer. But let me check D. Let's say I have a 9 by 5. What is the area going to be? 9 times 5 is 45. Oh, that can't be it because I need an area of 48. So yes, for sure, the answer was C. So that was a lengthy problem. There was a lot of work that had to be done there, but it's not difficult. It just takes a little bit of time. All right, last one before we end this video and you take a break. Number 8, a pest control company was hired to spray the lawn represented by the shaded region. So all of this dark part right here is what the lawn company needed to, or the pest control company needed to spray. So we need to find the area that was sprayed. So notice there's a silo and a barn. The silo and the barn are not being sprayed. So what we have to do is find the area of the whole thing, but cut out the silo and the barn. So what if we find the area of the whole rectangle? That's area of a rectangle. So that's just base times height. So that's going to be 40 times 80. What is 40 times 80? 3,200. So that's the area of the whole lawn. Now, notice that is one of your answer choices, but that's not what they're spraying because that includes the silo and the barn. So let's find the area of the silo. So that's in the shape of a circle, so that's pi r squared, so pi times radius times radius. So that's going to be 3.14 times 7 times 7, or 3.14 times 49. So let's work that out. 3.14 times 49. 12. 9 times, okay, 28. 5. So when I add that, that's two numbers behind my decimal point. So the area of the silo is 153 and 86 hundredths square feet. This is also square feet. All right, so that's the area of the silo. So this is 153.86. Now let's find the area of the barn, and that's going to be base times height. So that's going to be 10 times 20, which is 200 square feet. So now we have the area of the entire rectangle, which is 3,200, and we have to subtract out these two. So let's go ahead and add 200 plus 153.86. Now remember, when you add and subtract decimals, you have to line up your decimal point. So we're going to end up with 353.86. So the combined area of these two is 353 and 86 hundredths. So we've got to take our whole entire area, 3,200, and subtract out 353 and 86 hundredths. So I've got to do some regrouping. Okay, so that's 6, 4. So the area that I'm left with, so the whole thing minus the area of these two shapes, is 2,846 and 14 hundredths, which rounds to 2,846 and 1/10. All right, so pause and rewind. Make sure that you really, really understand this. Watch it several times if you need to. And the next one, we will finish 9 through 11.